everybody, and welcome to a super speedway that we have not been to since season number 1 of the Budweiser All-Pro Series. That's it, we are returning to the Coca Cola Superspeedway for the running of the Coca Cola 400 here today. And it's going to be a very interesting race to say the least, because all super speedways races in my series seem to have some kind of awesome race or racing in it. So I cannot wait to get this thing started as we begin the first round of the Contender Round. 4 drivers have been eliminated from the chase already, and they are Annie Thomas, Daniel Voiles, Dylan Poteet, and Steve Pollard. So unfortunately for those 4 drivers, they will not be able to compete for the championship at Homestead. So without further ado, Seth Cole on the pole alongside a fellow Chevrolet and Dougie Shears. Let's go trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
The command to fire up. The 42 engines on the field has been given. The pit crews all high-fiving each other. Their cars are ready to start. I've talked to many of these drivers and they are anxious to get the green flag. Cars pulling off the track. Just remember, this is a super speedway, so starting positions really doesn't matter. It all matters where you finish. We are going racing for 17 laps around this racetrack. I'm going to show you your starting lineup, which is something I oddly do. So here you go. Here's your starting lineup as I'm going to slowly go down one at a time. There you go. Starting lineup for this race. We're going to take a look at this super speedway. That's right. It's just a big Darlington, pretty much. Or no, it's a huge Martinsville. It's a 3-mile it's a 3-mile Martinsville. It's a track that races like a super speedway and a regular speedway all at the same time. So this will definitely be a fantastic race, to say the least. As you can see, the highest starting chaser is the 55 of Lisa Gonzalez, who just hung on by 1 point to stay in the top 12. At least I think it was Lisa, one of the two. And then Lisa has her teammate Preston Plord in the 15 car right behind her on the inside row. Here we go. We're coming to the green flag to start the Coca-Cola 400 here at the Coca Cola Speedway. Cars coming down, getting ready. And green flag is out. We're underway here at Coca Cola. Already Steve Pollard in the 4 car will go underneath Seth Cole, making it 3 wide for the lead coming into turn number 1. Now, as you know, Steve Pollard, he may have been eliminated, but he still holds a plate racing win. Now, these cars do not have restrictor plates at this racetrack. No restrictor plates at this racetrack, so they're already hitting 230 miles per hour down the back straightaway. And look at how all these cars go. Here comes Annabelle Belvin in the 19 car. She's a chaser coming up here through the field. Now remember, the chase still works the same. If you're a chaser and you win a race in any of the next 3 events, then you will automatically be in the final 8. Excuse me. Going down off Steve Pollard, still with the lead as we're going to come through the field here. You see in the back you got Trent Dunham, chaser, Kyle Matthews, chaser, Joshua Balkin, John Citadino, and others in the back of this field. Steve Pollard, though, is still working the draft and still leading this event. Look in the back, here comes Henrietta Fitzwater and Charles Jackson. Charles Jackson has no help on that inside line, so Charles will not be able to clear the 43 car. as these cars are quickly catching the leader. Here comes the 43 of Fitzwater. Yeah, I was right. 43 of Fitzwater. Now on the back bumper, the 4 now going to cut to the inside. I saw somebody cut to the inside. We have a caution flag. And it was Annabelle Belvin and Zachary Fitzwater. Annabelle Belvin and Zachary Fitzwater in trouble here in trouble already. The 41 car is also involved, Annie Thomas, but she's already been eliminated. And these cars crossed the line. Oops. Oh, crap. Cars crossed the line to take the caution flag. Sorry about that. And it's going to be the 43 car, followed by Charles Jackson. These drivers are not going for pit road just yet because the pit road is closed. As these cars slow down to make their caution laps, let's take a look and see at what happened to bring out the caution. Okay, we're taking a look and see what happened to bring out the caution. Annabelle Belvin tries to come down while Seth tries to come up, and Seth Cole ends up turning the 19, or maybe not, no. The 19 car gets into Citadino. Citadino and the 19 car hit the wall. That's where the 41 car got his damage from. And the 9 is Zachary Fitzwater as well. As these cars go spinning down the back straightaway. So that's what happened there. I was wondering what happened. I saw a couple cars go down. So 2 chasers involved in this with Annabelle Belvin and John Citadino. So this is what happens to bring out the caution flag for the very first time. Let's go back up for the restart. Welcome back to the Chicago. Welcome back to Coca Cola Speedway. We're coming to the green flag. I'm going to give you your quick top 10 rundown. It's Henrietta Fitzwater, Charles Jackson, Larry Hagan, Connor Breton, Cameron Pemberton, Steve Pollard, Jessica Shelton, Daniel Voiles, Joshua Collard, Cody Lamas, your top 10. Now, as you see, the 19 of Annabelle Belvin and the 72 of Citadino are still in this race. As we are coming to get the restart here. Green flag is out. We got 10 laps to go here at Coca-Cola. Good single file. Cars are staying right behind each other. You see the 17 and the 88 step out of the line in the back. Charles was going to stay right behind Henrietta. Now Charles will step out of line behind the 43 car, but no help from either side going into the turn. Still no help. Now the cars will catch up as Charles Jackson on the inside line will take the lead away from Henrietta Fitzwater. Charles Jackson leads the lap, but he's got Cameron Pemberton on his inside along with Jessica Shelton as well on that inside line. Shelton now is going to have the run. She's going to go for second position as Cameron Pemberton in the 17 car will take the lead. Now you got to worry about here comes Steve Pollard back on the inside of Jessica Shelton. They're going to put Shelton in the middle with no help. Now they just left Charles Jackson on the outside. They're leaving Charles Jackson the outside all hung out to dry up there. No help. Now he'll get some help on the outside line. Cameron Pemberton still leads. Here comes Dylan Poteet. Started dead last in this race, and he's already on his way up towards the front, and right behind him is Cody Hagan in the 48 car. Chaser Cody Hagan in the 48 machine, trying to get up through the field. Poteet's got to stay behind the 11 if he wants to try to even catch up with that 17. 48 car looking a little bit low, and then here comes the 16 car to look lower. James Qualls is up here in the mix now in second place, trying to catch the 17. Poteet now going to stay to the inside. Qualls now going to kind of drift down towards them inside a little bit. Poteet should try to draft with Qualls to try to catch him up to the 17. Poteet going to go to the inside, but the 48's going to stay up high. Poteet now all alone by himself on the inside line. Oh, but he may actually get him too. And Pote closing in on the 17 of Pemberton. Let's take a look at the guy who was, everyone was tied. So let's take a look here. We're going to start with Trent Dunham, who's all the way in the back in 36th place. Annabelle Belvin has really lost the draft back there. Here's two Lisa Gonzalez and Citadino. Dunham's lost the pack back here. Altendorf is back here, chaser. Bunch of good name chasers in the back of the field. Ooh, they could be catching that 19 car pretty soon. Pemberton is still leading. Here comes Stephen Pollard III and Jake Haynes to the inside, trying to make it 3 wide for second, but none of them can pass. That's going to kill Dylan Pote's momentum a little bit. No, never mind. Pote now with the nose underneath the 17 off the corner. It's going to be a mightiful drag race to the line. 2 cars going to switch lanes, but it will be the 17 who leads this lap. Here comes the 2 with the head of steam. Jake Haynes to the inside of the 16 right behind him. Jake Haynes, winner of Chicago, is going to take the lead in turns 1 and 2. Not very many laps to go, and we don't have a chaser anywhere in the top 10, well, except for Henrietta Fitzwater. But she's not in any position to win the race just yet. 3 wide for second place. Here comes Qualls with a teammate, with the teammate Charles Jackson right behind him. James Qualls is a rookie, has yet to be in the victory lane in my series. He's got a teammate right behind him in the 54, Charles Jackson. They need help to try to draft up with them to try to get a good run, but Charles is going to move to the inside going through turns 1. Charles Jackson will take over the second position, and look at the run he's getting on Jake Haynes. Charles, good run down the back straightaway, going to dive underneath the 2 car. He's going to use the side draft to try to get around him. He's going to kind of come up, try to get the side draft off the 2. He's there. Charles Jackson is there. Heading down off into turns 3 and 4. Now it's still all Charles Jackson, coming to 3 laps to go here in the race. Oh, we got Fitzwater on the inside. Here comes Stephen Pollard III in the 24 to the inside with help from Cameron Pemberton. Now Stephen Pollard III will take the lead with the 17 right behind him. Charles just has to get in line behind them, catch their draft, and start kind of reeling them in. Charles can still win this race. The 24 car has not been in the victory lane. Here comes Charles to the inside for a second once again on the 17 of Pemberton. Charles is going to try to use his momentum to get around the 24. They're coming up to the 19 of Annabelle Belvin. 2 laps to go here at Coca Cola. And they're all going to dive underneath the 19 car. No problems there, no problems there. Uh-oh, but Charles is left out to dry. We got Roush teammates, the 16, the Pembertons. The Pembertons, Derek Pemberton and Cameron Pemberton, now up in the mix. Coming to the white flag this time by. We got teammates, Roush teammates behind the 24. These cars are single file, and you know how hard it is to pass when they're single file. White flag, 1 lap to go, and the 17 car is going to pull out, but no help. Cameron Pemberton on the very inside line is going to get a run on the 24. Here comes Charles Jackson. Cameron Pemberton, who's not been in the victory lane either, pulling up on the back bumper of the 24. But will he be able to make a move? There he goes, to the inside. Pemberton to make a move. Charles Jackson going to have the drafting help. They're going to leave the 24 car out to dry. Now Charles Jackson to the inside. Charles Jackson to the inside. He's got the help. 3 wide at the line. And it's going to be Cameron Pemberton who takes the victory. The 17 car got the victory. After I spit all over my screen. I cannot believe that. What a fantastic race by Cameron Pemberton. He takes the checkered flag, makes his move on the last lap, almost got beat by Charles Jackson, who finished second, and it's Cameron Pemberton who takes the win. Oh, we have an accident. Villanueva is spinning, coming to pit road, and gets hit by Dunham and Belvin, all after the checkered flag. So it's Cameron Pemberton who takes the victory in today's race. Charles Jackson is second. There we go. Results are saved. And everything's going to be good to go. Coming up right after this race will indeed be the race from Kansas. It'll be the Hollywood Casino 400. Immediately following this race will indeed be the point standings so far in the chase. So thank you so much for watching. Congratulations to Cameron Pemberton. With help from, I believe it's his brother Derek, Cameron was able to excel up to the point of being in contention for the win. And Pemberton almost, the other Pemberton, Derek, made it 3 wide, trying to get a good finish on Charles, but ended up coming home third. So congratulations to him. The highest finishing chaser is actually once again Kyle Matthews. Kyle Matthews is once again the highest finishing chaser, finishing in 9th place. So congratulations to them. See you guys next week at Kansas. Until we meet again.